When creating calculations, wouldn't it be nice instead of having to use cell references like C5 to C10, that instead you can just say quarter one sales? Well, there is a way. Let's take a look. So the tool that we use within Excel is called named range. And there's actually quite a few different ways to use it and create them. Some of it is easier than others. So stick to the end because I'm going to show you a few ways to create them and to use them. From really simple to a little bit more complicated, but really quite powerful. So let's start with this spreadsheet. So I have my monthly total here, and I can just sum this. But if I was to highlight this amount here, I can do what's called, now I'm in the Formulas tab, and there is a Define Name section. And one is define name, and there is a drop down of define and apply. So we'll look at both of them, but first we're going to look at define. So I'm just going to click on this one and we get this new name box. We put in a name. So this one I could say it's January product. Now, it doesn't like spaces, so I can either use, you can see I've just squished everything together into one field, but you can use underscores as well. The scope is where is it actually going to save it? Is this name only applicable for this sheet or for certain sheets? Yeah. Or is it okay to use within the whole workbook? I tend to keep them as the workbook. I think in really complicated, large spreadsheets, and you're not going to use this name anywhere but that sheet, then just save it in the sheet. And it then just makes it slightly smaller because it adds up. Everything adds up to file size in this. You can add comments, but I don't tend to. If you're designing spreadsheets for other people, then yes, put them in so they understand what this named range is for. But if it's just for yourself, you don't necessarily have to. And then you have the refers to, what cell does this name refer to? Okay, and you can use the squishy button here to go and select, and then the unsquish here. And then just OK. Great, so that's done. So there's a couple ways I can apply this. If I start my sum, okay, I can, in this sum, I have this using formulas or formula, and I have the January product total. Click on it, there, it puts it in, and that's it. Okay, or if I create the calculation here, oh, there we go. If my mouse decides to work properly, there we go. As soon as I select the entire named range, it automatically changes from a normal reference to the named range. Okay, there we go. Great. So that's easy. If I would like, so I'm just going to go to this sheet 5 here. I have some quarter one sales here. If I would like to name each of these, quarter 1, 2, 3, and 4, I have that in the headings. I don't have to do it individually. I can cheat and do it all at once. So you can see I have selected this, and I can create from selection. And it says create names from the values in. So let's just move this across. So where are my named names sitting? And they are sitting here in the left column. You can see it's ticked that. But I could have had a table that had it at the going across the top, the bottom, the right column. And then as soon as I click on OK, now when I go into the name manager, they're all sitting in here. And you can see it's used the underscore because you're not allowed to have any spaces. So I have all of the references, all of the named ranges that I've created so far, and I can edit them. Okay, it takes me back to that dialog box, and I can also delete them. If I have quite a lot, I can filter. Okay, and I can also create new. So it's quite handy. I can also click into the reference here. Yeah, great. So that's fine. Also, the great thing is I can go through here and I can create, oops, equals, okay, use in formulas, and I can go, there we go, some January. I don't have to be on the same sheet. Okay. I have just copied these sheets over, which is why the sums are exactly the same. That's great. Now this one here I'm going to use a little differently because there is such powerful way of, such a powerful way of creating these. So if your spreadsheet, like mine, it has the cell in the exact same place in each of the 3 quarters. So in here it's D14 for January, February, and March. I can create what's called a 3-dimensional range. So I can have that value from all 3 sheets in a name. Okay, so I'm going to start. You can do this. Actually, I won't. I would normally select before, but I'm not going to today. I'm going to click on the define, and I'm going to call this Q1 total values. And then I'm going to click on this little squish button here. I then hold my shift key on the keyboard, click on March. You can see the 3 sheets. I'm hoping you can see they've kind of gone white, whereas the rest are the gray color. In my name refers to, it says January : March, which is exactly what it does to cell references. So as long as my ranges are adjacent, so together, then that means it puts the colon in there. Now if I go back, there we go, click on OK. Now I can go into my totals and I can do a sum of, and there is a keyboard shortcut. Let's see if I can find it. I think last time I tried this, it wasn't working. I thought it was F4, but mine's not working. So I'm just going to go into this using formula, and you can see Q1 total values. And there we go. Great. So we've got the Q1 total values. So that's a 3-dimensional range. Great. If you'd like to see more tips, more time savers within Microsoft Office, there'll be a link in the top corner for a free webinar on 50 tips for using Microsoft Office, and as well as Google. Some of them go across to Google Docs and Google Suite as well. If you found this video useful, helpful, or interesting, please do click on that thumbs up. It really helps me. And if you would like to see more of my videos, please subscribe to the channel. And if you have used named references before, found them really useful, please tell us how you've used them and how great they are down in the comments. Thanks so much and have a great day. Bye for now.